Hey guys, welcome back to Retro Tech. Today I've got probably one of the rarest items in my shop, so I wanted to do a quick video about it, just show you some special features of this item, and yes, I'm talking about a box. So this box came from a Patreon member, and his name is Jesus, and this box originally had a PVM 20L2 inside of it, and the monitor that came inside this box was produced in the later end of the year 2002, and then it would have been put into this box and sent off to a warehouse where eventually it would have been sent to a distributor, and we do have the distributor's information on here. And then that distributor would have sent this out after a sales call. They would have installed, the distributor probably would have installed this on site for some type of a medical device in either a hospital or medical clinic, and then they would have either taken this box or left it with the customer. Thankfully, this was either one that was back stock that never got sold, or one that a customer might have had, and they asked for the box specifically so they could move it if they needed to. So let's go now and take a closer look at some of the features and cool little labels on this box. So first, let's take a look at this side of the box and go over some of this cool little labels and what they mean and things we can learn from just what was left on this Sony box. First, take a notice here on the left side. You see we've got our model number and then some general information for inventory uses probably. But on the actual box itself, Sony has marked up some things where it says the front, so our screen would be on this side of the box, and then it says obviously what's inside. And if we go over here, it does have our weight and some other shipping classifications, but I want you to notice this label here. This is actually an advertisement for the next generation of medical displays, which is obviously a flat screen technology. So Sony at this point in early 2003, probably late 2002, whenever this would have been sold, they were already trying to push this new technology of flat screens out by advertising it on their current stock of Sony PVMs, because this would have been about some of the last years that these monitors would have been made, 2003, 2004. Spin it around and take a look at some other things on this adjacent side of the box. Not too much of concern here. Even at the top, we just got, again, the label. It says it's the front, the UPC code and things again. But if we look down here, in my last video I discussed temperature controls or conditions, and this says exactly what I said before about temperature controls. This is all the storage and transport conditions, and it lists everything we talked about before on how much humidity it can handle and what temperature you can store it at. Continuing on, moving on to the next side of the box, it's pretty much the same as the prior side without the advertisement for the newer Sony style medical monitors. And then we'll look at the back side of the box, because there's one more thing of importance I thought on the back of this box, and that's this label, which shows the distributor was Stryker Endoscopy. So this was most likely for in either a medical lab or at a hospital in some kind of scope setting. This display would have been used, and it tells us a serial number they use. But the thing about Stryker is, I do know for a fact, because I have friends that used to work for Stryker, they do distribute medical supplies for all types of medical devices, and then they actually go into the field and do sales and service on things like this and anything else they provide. So that means that they most likely would have been installing and servicing and maybe even checking up on these as they were in the field. Now let's open the box. So the monitor normally would be facing with the screen towards me, and it would be sitting in there, not turned on the screen face or anything, just sitting with the screen towards me. Now we're looking inside our box, and this is the stuff that came from Sony. This was a wrap that was originally covering that PVM to protect it. It's got a nice soft spot on the inside so it won't scratch the display. And then that would have been surrounding, with a couple warnings on it, surrounding the actual outside of the PVM. So that's still here and in perfect tacked condition. And now we've got 4 pieces of custom styrofoam that were inside here. So let's take a closer look at these pieces of styrofoam real quick. Looking here at this styrofoam, this first piece, for example, it's really nice. It's marked with what it is and where it goes, front, upper. And you can see that, well, that would be pushed against the upper front screen edge of a PVM. We'll put it on a PVM in a second, show you what it all looks like. But each piece is marked with what it is, and then it's all custom made, very high quality, and in great condition. So you've got those 2 pieces, and then you've got the nice bottom pieces. You got the nice bottom pieces here with the inlays for everything so that it fits in there nicely. And that's all there really is to it, is another piece of styrofoam. Just a quick look at this box on a couple things that Sony did. They did make this box double layer, and so that's very strong. It's not a single layer cardboard, it's dual layer. And then around the handles you can see a plastic hard brace around there to stabilize that and prevent it from damaging. And it's a very nice handle, easy to lift the box and transport it. So that's a very nice feature on this box, but a very durable box, and even after 17 years still looks quite nice. Here we have the original 20L2 monitor that came in that box. So first I want to show you what this plastic would have just gone over top of this here. And there we pretty much go. It's nice and oversized. So here we have that PVM wrapped now in the bag, and I'm going to attempt to put the styrofoam around it right now and show you how it looks with the styrofoam around the PVM. Alright, so here we have it. The PVM is now wrapped and secured by the styrofoam. Let's just take a quick look around it. Just those 4 pieces of styrofoam, generally the bag, and that will be pretty much it for the majority of the shipping protection that Sony provided. And I'm sure it worked perfectly with that box. There's a lot of room in the back, a couple inches of space clearance, and it fits in there snugly. Finally, Sony would have put this wrapped PVM inside the box and would have had it ready to be shipped globally to distributors all over the world. Anyway, let me know what you think. That's a pretty special look at something that I don't come across very often. And I know with the rarity of PVMs themselves, it's really a unique opportunity to take a look at this box. Thank you, Jesus, and it will be sent back to you very shortly. Thank you again, everybody, for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Thanks for subscribing. I'm Steve with Retro Tech. Have a great day.